exciting.
It is a little bit exciting, this one. This is something that we wanted to do when we originally moved into our van. And obviously we got 2 and a bit months in, and then, we all had a bit of a wake-up call of when things go wrong in the world.
Yes.
So this is our reenacted plan of where we want to go, really.
Yes, which is obviously still dependent on residual things from...
Yeah, we are still going to obviously monitor the whole Rona stuff to make sure we can get to places. So, for example, one of the countries I would have liked to go to, and we can't right now, is Russia.
Yeah, because they are shut, just like
Yeah.
Morocco is.
Yeah.
So
we are going to do a 9-month trip with Schengen rules. So we're going to spend 3 months in, 3 months out, 3 months back in.
And we shake it all about. We do the okie dokie and we turn around.
What's it called? The Schengen Shuffle.
The Schengen Shuffle, yeah.
Yeah. And then at the end of the 9 months, possibly come back to the UK. Who knows?
Yeah.
So our plan is that we're travelling with Rob, which is Archie and me, also known as Pack the Van and Go. And we're travelling with Greg and Lou for a shorter period of time, unfortunately, if they're doing their own little travels. Yeah, the plan really is to visit 24, possibly 25 countries.
Yes, possibly 25 countries.
Yeah, in 9 months.
And we're going to be using 11 different currencies.
Someone's
I've got a spreadsheet.
I mean, you've got what is it now? Failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Yes.
So I'm kind of all right wherever we go, apart from, like I say, these few little countries. And they're the nice warm ones where in winter you might want to go and spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like Turkey.
Yeah.
And that's where the van's not insured either.
Yeah, that is the biggest. There's no car insurance, there's no data, and it's got all the warmth and everything.
Yeah, because we do know that quite a lot of this trip is going to be during the colder months and wetter months of those countries. So, for example, Romania and Bulgaria, I think, and even going down to like Montenegro and stuff like that, they're going to be quite cold and wet. It's their wettest season of the year, and obviously some of them are quite mountainous. There's going to be a lot of snow as well. Obviously the van's kitted out for all that.
Yeah.
But it's not something that Mandy likes.
I'm not. I will be seen in a sauna somewhere soon. Every time we find one, I'm just going in the sauna.
But this was the reason why we've done things like fitting double heaters in the van. So we've got not only the LPG heater, which, by the way, LPG apparently is available pretty much everywhere we're going.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We've also got the diesel heater as well. So if you do find ourselves in a really good spot, then we can obviously use the diesel heater. So we've got LPG for cooking. So the trip really, you might think, is pretty quick. 9 months to go 25 countries and that. But really it's just like, what do we call it?
A taster tour.
Yeah.
To see where we want to go back again and be able to spend more time there. Hopefully when everything's been sorted out. But otherwise we can do the Schengen Shuffle once again and spend some time in other places.
Yeah. It may be that sometime next year when we come back that we want to spend a whole month in Romania or somewhere like that. We just don't know. But until we've been there, how do we know if we're going to like the country or not?
Yeah.
So this gives us the opportunity to go around pretty much every country that is feasible to drive to quite easily.
Yeah.
From UK. And have a shufty.
Yeah, miles have never been a problem for us. I mean, you've heard us say before now that John was like, "Oh, let's go to Monaco for the weekend," and literally just go and drive through Italy and down there, and we're back again by Sunday night. It's just what we've always done. We'll be spending weeks in small countries and more weeks in bigger countries because 9 months is still a long time in the scheme of things, isn't it? Thanks to the Revolut card.
It acts as our bank account, so we can put a bunch of money in there and we can share it between us. We've got 2 different types of card as well. So you've got the MasterCard, I've got the Visa, which means if one's not accepted somewhere, the other one usually is. But the Revolut card, I don't know if you're aware already, but it's a way of moving money between currencies without getting paid or being charged commission fees.
Yeah.
And when you spend that money, because you've moved it into the local currency of that country, when you spend it on your card, then there are no fees on top of that either. There's no sort of transaction fees or anything like that.
No.
So for travelling around as much as we're going to do, it's going to save us hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, especially with having 11 different currencies in use. I mean, we'll always have euros with us because there are just euro countries that pop in and out that use it.
Yeah.
But looking into it a little bit further, there are some countries that don't aren't supported by Revolut because you can't change your pounds into that currency.
Yeah.
But you can still use the Revolut card and it will do the currency conversion at the time that you use it. So it's still perfectly usable, and there are still no fees when you get the best rate that you can possibly get, because they've got some really good deals going on. Yeah,
so we've been using it for probably a couple of years now, and I'll put a code down below, referral code. In all fairness, they do pay us a referral fee for that if you sign up, get a card, and use it for 3 transactions. So once you've done that, then they pay us a little referral fee, and once you've got a card, you can actually do that as well. Set up a referral fee and give it out to your family and friends. Which is exactly what they want really for it.
Absolutely.
So we will do that down below. So the other thing as well is actually we need your help. We had a travel map on our website for the last time that we did the European trip, or the first time actually, and we're going to re-enable that map, and we'd like you to suggest places on the route that we're going to take, and we'll get there in a minute about the route. It's a special. We've gone all out, no expenses spared. I mean, CGI, computer generation graphics, and I've got nothing on what we've prepared for our route.
No, not at all.
So anyway, going back to our map. So if you go to our website, the link's down below. There'll be a map on there, and you can actually add places. So put a pin in the map and say, you need to go here because it's this, it's that. If you've not got the ability, i.e. to have a Google account, to put a pin in the map and make a suggestion that way, please do obviously fill in our contact form on our website, or you can get in touch with either of us via Instagram as well.
Yep, absolutely. And please feel free to make use of what 3 words to tell us exactly where it is and what it is, because it's absolutely brilliant for getting the exact location. Because we're really looking forward to all of your suggestions of places where we'd like to visit.
Yeah. Right, so without further ado, drum roll please. Let's see where we're going to go. So now you've heard the basics, let Mandy explain the route.
So we're starting in England, and then we're going into France, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, up into Denmark, over to the other island of Denmark, over into Sweden, up Sweden a bit, a ferry crossing to get into Finland. Then from Finland, another ferry crossing down to Estonia, through Latvia, Lithuania, and into Poland. Down from Poland into Slovakia, Hungary, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, Romania. Hopefully get to the coast to see the Black Sea, which would be cool. It will be cool, because it'll be cold. Down into Bulgaria, and then this is the waiting out bit for the 90 days outside of the Schengen zone. So we could go to Turkey, which is why it's there, but we're not too sure yet, so we could just be hanging around here. From there, we're going into Greece and spend some time in Greece. Then we've got Then we've got another ferry crossing into the south of Italy. We're going to go up Italy, pop into Austria, into Switzerland, back to some of the lakes in Italy, and then through France and Spain to Portugal. Then from Portugal, back up through Spain and France and back to the UK.
The red zones, like Mandy says, are out of Schengen. So this area here is where we need to spend our 90 days out. Because
you missed my sticker.
All this side is 90 days in. Then we've got our 90 days out of Schengen, and then 90 days there back up. So we've got all these little break points in there, and that's why we've made this map. So we know, for example, that, the ferry crossing there we need to book. That one we need to book. And then the red one is
non-Schengen.
Non-Schengen, so those are bits there. The orange means we need data, so we need local SIM cards. Yellow one is the van insurance. So yeah, that's pretty much why we've done this little map, to help us, because we just want to look at it every day and work out, what to do with it.
And then I've got a fun thing that, because that is all the colours of stickers that we have, I'm going to be making half and half stickers if we need to have anything else. So we might have Koopy as being like a red and blue. And then that means we've got to do things with Koopy, and then I can do the thingy up here with my little index key thing, so I know what's going on.
I hope you can see from that it's a rough route. We've tried to demonstrate it in such a way that, first of all, the map is just there. So it's just there to where we sit. We can see it all the time as long as we're not watching telly. And we can see where we're going. We can adjust it. We can peel them off and adjust it. We can add more. We've got all sorts of things on there that obviously mean that we can see red dot, right? Okay, then that is a country out of the Schengen. That's the bit where we need to spend our 90 days. And then we've got yellow bits, right, okay, that's the bit where we kind of worry about the van insurance, or not worry about the van insurance as it may be.
Yes.
So yeah, that map will help us to, hopefully, with your suggestions as well, build up a more definitive route of where to go and places to see.
Yep, because we will have one of these. We'll have to reuse a little colour, and I'm going to make them into little arrows with pointed ends on, and then we can point them exactly at the bits and then write on what is where, because you can see through them, so we can still see the map. I'm so excited. This is a plan.
Yeah, this is just Mandy's dream right now.
And also Mandy's nightmare.
Well, yeah. I'll stick to Google Maps and all the information I've got on Google Maps.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, the breakpoints for us, number one is going to be Cooper's pet passport in France.
Yes.
As long as that goes ahead, then everywhere else as far as Cooper's concerned is doable. The second breakpoint is going to be van insurance, and a couple of countries so far that are not insured on our normal policy and we couldn't get insurance for, we're going to have to decide there and then if the weather is so bad that we need to get to southern Turkey or Albania to enjoy a bit more warmth.
Yes.
I think that's what it might draw down to. But we're really hoping for an Indian summer, which allows us to get up to the Nordic countries. We're going to see Ash Pollard as well. So if you follow Ash, Lost in Europe, we're going to nip in and see him and say hi and see how he's doing.
And play with the kittens. Yes. And Bolsky, of course.
Yeah.
And say, hi to Ash and Marie.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
And obviously from that part of the route that you found as well, which is our ferry from Sweden to Finland, is almost like some sort of fjord cruise sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you look at it and the route goes like this just before you get to the open water. But then if you look on Google Maps at that, it looks like the open water is about a fifth of the size as it looks on a regular map, and I think that's just because of the topography. So it's not, there are loads of little islands that are popping up everywhere.
It looks to be epic.
Oh, it does look absolutely stunning. So we're going to go for a daytime sailing hopefully on that one, even though you can get a cabin and everything, just something so we're going to stand and watch,
film and see it all.
We cannot sleep through all of that scenery. That would be tragic if we did.
Yeah, I mean, part of the reason to go to Sweden and Finland is obviously for the scenery, but I'm going to see if we can catch a bit of Northern Lights as well.
Yeah, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
So yeah, lots of cinematography kind of videos coming this way, hopefully.
Yeah.
The weather's going to play a big part in that as well.
Yep.
And we've also been speaking to Chris and Marianne from Tread the Globe, who are spending a lot of time in Turkey right now.
Yeah.
They've even got temporary residency because they spent so much time in there. About places to visit in Turkey and about the whole car insurance, van insurance thing as well. And it was Chris that turned around to me and says that basically you'll spend all your life worrying about stuff, but just get out there and enjoy it. So yeah, there's been a few people who've said similar statements to that, isn't there?
Aye, absolutely.
So yeah, we'll obviously see how we get on with that one.
Yeah. But I mean, it's all subject to change. I mean, we could hopefully not too much change, but just the amount of time we get to spend in each place.
Yeah.
I think the important thing is to get Sweden and Finland done, because that's when the weather is going to hit worst.
Yeah.
So we can make sure we do them while the weather's still good, and then once we come back down again, hopefully we can take our time a little bit. Or if we know we want to see certain things, if we get loads of recommendations, say for Poland, then we might scoot a little bit quicker down to get there to go and see that. So
as much as we can,
yeah, so there's a lot of flexibility in there just to make the most of what we're doing, and not to just potter, because I think sometimes we're going to need rest days, we're going to need time to sit and not do any driving, and hopefully we should get a lot of that anyway.
If you're thinking there's not a lot of detail in here, you're thinking, oh, I've got loads of questions about insurance and pet passports and blah blah blah, this is video number 1 of 3 videos. So this is our plan of where we're going, and a bit of asking for your help in suggestions of where to go as well. The second video is going to be all about the planning. So which insurance companies did we ring, who we suggested for which insurance, what phone networks are we using, breakdown cover, travel insurance, all that kind of stuff. The boats, the ferry crossings, the route planning, all that's going to be in a video which is going to be out in about a week's time. And then the final series of the 3 videos is about the technical stuff that we're taking with us, things like traction boards, I'm not going to name them all, but winches, and gadgets as well. Part of our plan is going to take us through countries and areas where there are no phone signals at all for maybe like a day or two. So we've got satellite gear to help us with that as well. So all that will be explained in more detail in the final video, which should be out in a week or so more, without being too specific.
Yes.
And the plan right now is obviously we're still on the road. We're still going around seeing people, family, friends, and saying our goodbyes. So we'll fit these videos in wherever we can, but we'll try and stick to our Tuesday and Friday regular video slots. So at least you can know roughly when things are going to come out.
Yeah. And as far as my planning is concerned, I'm going through and seeing what food I can make from things in the cupboard. It's very important.
Yes.
So I'm going to be making potato cakes from instant mash. That's one thing I'm desperate to give a try.
Yeah, one thing that both of us have worked out is that our current vegetarian diet could well fall on its bum, because not many places around the sort of route we're going on are going to be into all this
like the meat replacement stuff that we have to have because John doesn't like vegetables.
Yeah, so plant-based burgers, plant-based sausages and things like that probably aren't going to be easy to find. So, I'm quite open to living on jacket spuds, cheese and beans for a while.
The thing is though, you can eat meat. That's fine, you can. So as a fallback plan, we can just chuck a chicken at you and you'll be alright. Okay. And I like vegetables, so at the end of the day that's fine. But I did get him to eat a veggie chili the other day, and he said it was lovely, so that's a good start. But so I am going to be testing a lot of one pan stuff, cupboard staples made into things. We've got tins of jackfruit,
using things that are easily found in pretty much all the most even basic supermarkets.
Yeah, and kind of stuff that we know we can get from France. So when we go over there, the first thing we're going to do is hit up the French supermarkets to get all the stuff.
But it's like when we go to Albania or Turkey, whether they've got even the same staples or whatever, so we need to work out. I've seen Chris and Marianne eat, and it seems like Turkey's got some nice food.
Restaurant seems to be fine, don't they, if you're eating out.
But Albania might be quite different than that.
Well, I think everything's going to be different for you because you're a fussy bugger, ain't you? So, so obviously I'm thinking about food on this one, but it is all about what I like planning stuff, and I like figuring out what I can make like a really good meal from practically nothing in the cupboard. So lots of 2-ingredient dough things and stuff as well.
Yep, I just can't wait for it actually, because you are very good at cooking.
Oh, very good cooking.
Very good at cooking.
Very good at cooking.
Very good at cooking.
Uncle.
You're very welcome. Right then, so I hope that you've got some suggestions lined up for us. I hope that some of you know of areas or have been to areas on our route and can then go, oh yeah, you need to visit there because it's blah 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 blah. And if not, then I hope the rest of you are looking forward to joining us on our
massive adventure.
I'm calling it a bit of an expedition.
Yes, I've actually got a little reminder in my phone. You get like the holiday countdown things, and it's called I've actually called it the Hokey Cokey because we're going in, out, in, out, and I'm sure there'll be some shaking it all about in there somewhere. Yeah.
So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and we shall catch you on the next video, which hopefully will be more of the same, if not a little bit different.
Yes.
Right, take care, guys.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.